So that was the certain key points related to the circuit theory which we have to remember. Now we are going to discuss about nodal and loop or mesh analysis. These nodal and loop analysis are very important for network solving for solving network equations. So first we will discuss about nodal method. So we are going to discuss about nodal and loop analysis. First we will discuss about nodal method. In nodal method we will assume a node as a reference node, and the potential at that reference node will be at a ground potential or zero potential, and that node is referred, we will consider as a reference node in that particular any circuit or network. Now the remaining non-reference nodes voltage we have to find, and that remaining non-reference nodes have some fixed voltages. So to find the nodal method for solving the network equation, we need to follow certain procedure or steps to solve the nodal method, to solve the network equation in nodal method. So what are that steps to follow? So we are going to discuss this. First, steps to solve nodal method. First, we are given a particular network or a circuit. Now first is to pick one reference node. We need to find or we need to pick a reference node. So first need to find or a pick a reference node. And mark the other non-reference nodes as, say, suppose V1, V2, V3 and so on, etc. Like this. Next, after picking the reference node and marking the non-reference node voltages, next apply KCL, that means Kirchhoff's current law, to each particular voltage non-reference node voltages. Particular non-reference voltages. So that is the mark we have already marked in method in step 1. It is V3. So now Here we have to make an assumption. What is that assumption? The assumption is that the non-reference voltages, say we have marked V1, V2, V3 like this, that non-reference voltages to any particular node will be higher than the other non-reference related nodes. So certain assumption we need to take that node potential is at higher than the other voltage appearing nearby. Other voltages appearing in this. Okay. So first pick a reference node, then mark non-reference node at V1, V2, V3. Then apply KCL to all that non-reference node. In this case, you just assume one condition or on an assumption that each node voltage will be at higher potential compared to the reference other node appearing. Now, next, the third step. So solve the resulting equation you have in steps 2. Solve the resulting equation in step 2. So these 3 steps you need to follow to find the node voltage for a particular network or circuit. So now we are going to explain one example how to solve that particular node voltages applying these steps. Say this is a problem. We need a problem. Problem 1. What is that network problem? Say this is a network. Resistance, say current, is the resistance. Once again, the current source. Now this is 2 ampere and say this is 1 ampere. This is 1 ohm. This is 2. Okay. What has to find? Find the node voltages. This is the node 1 node, N1. This is another node, N2. Now, this is the network we need to solve or find the voltages equal to N1 and N2. Find voltages at N1 and N2. Okay. So now I try to find the solution of this network. We just mentioned the certain steps need to follow. That in the first step, I told that you need to find one reference node, and that reference node would be at 0 potential. So say suppose this is the reference node, and other two nodes. This is already mentioned in the problem N1 and N2. So total how many nodes? 1, 2, 3. So here nodes are n. Total n is the number of nodes, which is 3, and we need to find the how many equation? to find n minus 1, which is equal to 3 minus 2. So two node equation we need to write. So at node n1, at node n1, apply KCL. See here at this node, this current is coming to this node, and this will be in the second step. We have assumed that the reference non-reference node potential will be always at higher than the other remaining or nearby appearing nodes. So write it down the node equation at node 1, and that will be, this is the current I1, this is I1 ampere minus say. Now, so before writing this equation, just put the current direction in this network, then it will be for writing, it will be easy for writing the node equation. And the current direction is, this is this current is entering to this network, this node, and another, this current direction is this current is like this, and this current also entering to this node. So this is the direction of current. Now it will be easy for you to understand to write the KCL law at node 1. So this is current entering, and I put it as 1, and the other two are leaving. So the voltage is, in terms of N1, we can write that, say the voltage at N1, say this is voltage is at N1 is V1, and the voltage is at N2 is, say it is V2. Okay. So V2 by 2 will be the current flowing through this. Sorry, V1 by 2 is the current flowing through this branch. So which is V1 by 2, and this current is this voltage difference of these branch voltages, which is V1 minus V2. It is V1 minus V2 by the resistance 2 is equal to 0. According to the KCL law, algebraic sum of current around any node is 0. That I will read it. And if we solve this equation, and it will come to V1 minus V2. Mark this as at node N2. Apply again KCL. Okay, here also just mark the current entering and these two are leaving. So at node 2, we consider the voltage at node 2 is V2. This V2 is the node at N2. So current 2, which is entering the node at node 2, minus these two are leaving. So this is the voltage V2 by V1. V2 by V1 minus the difference of these voltages, which is V2 minus V1. V2 minus V1 by Z2. So once again I have written the KCL law, that is algebraic sum of current at node and node 2. Okay. Now once again solve it. It will be V1 minus V2 minus 4. This now is 2. Now solve equation 1, 2. We get V1 is equal to 2. So this is the answer. The solution of this node voltage is V1 and V2. That is node voltage at N1 and N2. Take another problem. So this is another problem. And say this is the circuit. It is the voltage source. Which is the resistance. Once again, this is the resistance value. Here is also resistance. This is resistance value. And then current source. Okay. This is 2 ampere. This is 2 ohm. And this is also 2 ohm. And this is 1 ohm. And this voltage is so this is now find the node voltage. This is the node. Find the node voltage in this is the problem. Now, so once again, in this circuit, you see that here is a voltage source. This is a current source. This current source, with this current source, a parallel resistance 2 ohm is there. So it is easy. It will be easy to solve after current transformation. Just transform this current into voltage. I already told how to transform a voltage source into current source as well as a current source into voltage source. So redraw this circuit, and after that will come like this. So the resistance and the voltage. This is the resistance and the node. This is the N1. The resistance. Okay. Now this is current source and resistance. After voltage transformation, the voltage source will be multiplication. Value of voltage source will be multiplication of this current into resistance. So put a voltage source here. Current is flowing in this direction. So and this will be positive and this will be negative. This is the voltage. And put a resistance in series that voltage source. The resistance value I told in the transformation technique, that transformation technique, then the resistance value will remain always same. So this is the 2 ohms only. And this is our voltage source. We have got this will be multiplication of this resistance and current. That is 4. This is 4 volts. This is 1 ohm. And this is 2 ohm. So this is 2 ohm. Now look at this. This is only one node. Okay. And another node, so this is our reference. Only one node in this circuit. This is non-reference. We need to find that value of non-reference node N1 value. So let the voltage at this node N1 is say V1. Write the voltage equation, current KCL equation around this node. Before that, mark the direction of current. Say this is the voltage and that is value is 5 ohm. Now put the current direction is like this. That is current entering through this load and these two are leaving. According to KCL law or apply KCL law here, see. So, this current is flowing through these directions. So these 5 volt 5 minus mu by this resistance is the current entering to this node is equal to these two are leaving. So sum of these two will be equal to that current. And what is this current? This branch current. This branch current will be this voltage minus this voltage divided by the total resistances. So V1 minus I4 plus this branch current. This is V1. Okay. Now, so this V1 value, which will be V1 will be V1. Now, you may have seen certain network problems that there may be a voltage source present in between two nodes. That voltage source may be a dependent voltage source or a independent voltage source. In that case, how can you apply that KCL law? So here comes the another method, supernode method. What is that supernode method? Just we will try to understand. So let's start to how to solve using supernode technique. The supernode technique. It will be better to understand if we consider one example here. So we will discuss the supernode technique here by citing say one example type of a problem. Say this is our network. This is a current source. Network is this is the resistance value. The resistance is this, resistance and here is the resistance. Here is also saying this is a resistance. What is the value of this current? This is ohms. 602. Here, see what is the what we need to find. Say we need to find a voltage current through this 3 ampere. Okay. Once again, you follow the nodal method. Say this is our reference node. So this is our reference node, and these are the nodes. So this is our node V1. Node. This is another node. Say V2, and this is another node. This is V3. Now mark this one V2, V1 and V3 as say suppose this is on V1 node. So these is our node number 1. This is our node number 2. This is our node number 3. Now at node, apply first the node equation at node. So at node 1, at node 1, at node 1. As before, we mark this the current. This is the current direction. This is the current direction. This is our current direction. Also put the current direction in here, here, and here, here. Okay. So at node N1, sorry 1, what is the current equation will be? Applying KCL law. Apply KCL at node 1. What is that value equation will be? That current 5 minus this current V1 by 2 and this current. This is V1 minus V2 1 minus 1 into 0. Okay. So we have written the equation of at one node. Now this has simplify this equation and it will be 3p1 minus 2p2 once again. Now put this apply super node technique. Node 2 what is the in supernode technique we need to assume mentally, that is in mentally you assume that this voltage source is shorted. This voltage, no voltage source here, simply a short line, and apply that nodal and KCL law. This is actually the technique. If voltage source present between a supernode, in case of supernode, you just assume this voltage is not present here. Just a shorted line here. Mentally just assume that this is a shorted line. Just write down the equation assuming that only. So what will be that current equation? Like this, that V2 minus this is the voltage higher potential than the V1. So V2 minus V1 by that one resistance 1, okay, plus that this voltage V2 by 2, okay, plus this is the voltage at node T3 and current will be the difference of this voltage and this voltage. So V3 minus this value of voltage is 10 volt. So this is 10 by 3 plus, and this will be V3 by 2. See, to write this equation we just assume that you just mentally just assume that this voltage no longer exists. This is just a shorted line here. So apply this super node between V1 and V2. Apply KCL. Apply super node technique and apply KCL. So this is the equation, and this equation will be simplified to minus 6 V1 plus 9 V3 plus 5 V3. This is our okay. Now just we have applied the supernode technique. Now as supernode technique, in supernode you need to apply both KCL law as well as KVL law to write down the voltage equation. KVL laws you need to write. So now we'll write the KVL law across the node V2 and V3. So apply KVL to node 2 and 3. In this node 2 and 3, see the difference these two voltages is this. This is 20 volt. So this difference of these two voltages is 20 volt. So that is the applying voltage KVL V2 minus V3 is equal to 20. 30. Now solving 1, 2, 3. By solving 1 to 3, the V3 voltage, node voltage at 3 will be 12 volt. And what I have to find? We have to find the current through 3 ohm resistance, that is in this branch. So at voltage, the current, say suppose this current is I, so current I will be is equal to the difference this voltage by this, it is V3 minus 10 ohm divided by the resistance, and it is the pound of 2. So this is how a supernode technique is applied. You need to follow this technique to find the supernode value, similar type of problem. Just in case of nodal analysis applying supernode, just remember that whenever these voltage source may be a dependent source or a independent source, just you apply a supernode between that voltage is a node by assuming that there is a no voltage source here, just simply a shorted line. Then apply KCL. After that writing KCL law like this, you just follow the voltage normal KVL law in between these node voltages, just like this. Yeah, similar. Now we are going to discuss about the mesh or loop analysis. So our second method of solving network equation is mesh or loop equations. See, compared to nodal analysis, loop or mesh analysis, or writing the loop or mesh equation is somewhat easy, somewhat easy to understand. So what need to follow is basically the steps before like before we follow certain steps to follow network equation in case of nodal analysis, and in this case also we need to follow certain steps. Basically the steps are not so many steps. Just first say assign a loop current to each closed independent closed loop. Okay. Just assign a closed loop and must follow in closed loop in clockwise direction. Always remember clockwise direction. Clockwise direction. Then just assign the loop, then apply KVL. To each. Considering the mutual loop. Considering the nearby mutual equations. And next, just to find the or solve the equations. Okay. Now we are just going to solve one loop equation and we'll follow these steps. Let's start by a problem. Let's start from a very simple equation. Simple problem. This is the circuit. This is 2 ohm. Still. So this is the simple circuit and this is our 5 ohm. The value resistance is 2 ohm and this is 100 ohm. Okay. Now I need to find the current. This current. And find 5. Now in the loop analysis we just written down these simple steps. In the first step we mentioned that pick the independent loop. Here in this circuit say this is our independent loop, the another independent loop. So these are the two loops. And in second step is to write down the individual loop equation. Third, solve the loop equation. So we will apply our first loop in this first equation. So this is our loop 1. This is our loop 1. And this is our loop 2. So loop 1. Now in loop 1. Now before writing the loop equation, just mark the polarities. So apply loop KVL in this loop. Apply KVL at this loop 1. What will be that? That 100 minus. This is we are traversing like this. So this comes negative. So that voltage into that gas current is equal to I1 into the resistance, the voltage drop. So I1 into minus this minus, and when we are leaving, it will be negative value. And see, in this branch, on this current is entering in this direction, and for this current it is entering this direction. So difference of these two current multiplied by this resistance will be the drop. So difference is I1 minus I2 into the resistance. This is equal to algebraic sum of loop voltages is 0. KVL law. KVL law. And just simplify this equation, and it will be 7 and 7 Now come to this loop or second loop. Once again apply KVL. See here, this is our we will start from here. So this is the negative value. So write down minus 10 into that resistance value into this current. That means I2. Once again minus value this is. So I next we will come to this branch, and it will be 2I2. Then it is plus. So this is minus this plus. This will be plus, and it is I2 into that resistance. Now this is our KVL law, and just simplify it. 2 1 and it is 7.2 plus 5 This is equation 2. Now we solve this equation 1, solve equation 2, solving find that I1 equal to 15 and 2 is equal to 8.2. Now, like before, in case of nodal analysis, we have seen super node analysis method. Here also we will discuss now super mesh method. Like this, super mesh. We will try to understand what is this super mesh method all about, and say we having an example here. example of problems network circuit. This will be describing the super mesh technique. So this is our square volt. Uh, you need to find the loop current, that is current flowing through this loop and also current flowing through this loop. So mark this loop current as I1 and this loop current as I2. Okay. Now first we will apply a KVL. Here you see we will apply super mesh method to solve the to find out this current I1 and I2. As before, we said that I said that in case of nodal method, if there is an dependent or independent voltage source between adjacent two nodes, that voltage source mentally you assume that the voltage source is simply not there and short circuit. In this case, say this is in this case, as you see, there is an current source here. Now, in super mesh analysis, if there is a current source like this, just simply assume that this current source is not there and this circuit is open. Okay, this is current source is not there and its circuit is open, and assuming like this, you apply this loop method. So applying KVL here through this loop and through this loop. Say assuming that there is no current here, only a open circuit here. So what will be the current equation? See KVL equation is 20 minus, put that, put some the polarity here, positive, negative, and this is positive, negative, positive. Now 20 and this 6 into I1 is the voltage. So I1 into 6, then come to here 4 into I1, this is minus 4 into I1. Okay, so this part is 1 and this is open circuit, mentally I will assume, and come to here, for this case 2 into this I2, minus 2 into I2, and come to here, this is voltage positive, so plus 2 is equal to. This is our super mesh analysis technique. Once again, you understand carefully that in this case we applied a super mesh technique, and here in this case we assume mentally that this current source is not there and simply a open circuit. So you just apply KVL, this part plus this part is equal to 0, that we have written here. Okay. So this simplification after simplification, it will be 5 I1 plus I2 equal to 60. Now you see, apply KCL at this node. We said that the for super mesh as well as super node, we need to apply both the KCL and KVL, and we already written here the KVL law. Now we are going to write the KCL law at this node, and at this node you see this I1 current flowing through this branch, and this current is flowing through this branch, and this I2 is flowing through this branch. So what is this? This is equal to sum of these two currents. That means KCL at, so this is our node, a node. Okay. What will be the equation? That is I1 is equal to sum of these two currents. That means 4 ampere and this is I1 minus I2 equal to 1. So this is our equation number 2. Now this is our equation number 1. Solve this equation 1 and 2. So I1 will be so after solving this equation I1 and will be 10 by 3 2 into this I2 is minus 2 by 3. That means we assume in clockwise direction, but actually it is not the case. This current flowing through this direction. Whatever maybe we assume, that only the value will be like this. So this is the one super mesh technique. So this is very important for solving critical problems. Super mesh and as well as super loop, super node, both. I think you understand. If you not, please go through again. Listen carefully from right before and try to solve understand the technique behind solving this super node as well as super mesh analysis. One thing you may assume that it may be appearing that when you are writing down this equation, super mesh loop equation, your current sources, say this I1 and this I2, whatever value is that, you stick to that this is open and this current will be limited to this portion only, and this current will be limited to this position. This is actually the main technique behind the super mesh analysis method. Need to any current source here or in between any branches will consider as a open, and we need to remember that this is not there for writing down the KVL law equation for this circuit. So this is how a super mesh technique application is done.